Now, ladies and gentlemen, CSGO's next possible operation skins, perhaps a collection or maybe even a case. At this point in time, since it's been a little over 200 days since we got new skins, I think most people are just going to take what we can get at this point in time. That being said, in today's video, I'm going to be continuing a long-lasted series on the channel where we go into a drought like this, and I mean at this point we've never seen anything like it. Anything can come at any point in time in the near future. An operation could come, a case and collection for at least Anubis is guaranteed in the next little while. With that being said, I want to take a look at some skins from the workshop from some very talented artists that I think have a shot at making it, also making this as recent as possible so Valve can possibly see it. If you guys see anything you really enjoy, make sure to go check out the artist and give them some support. Valve does see that, and there are quite a few skins, if not every single one I want to check out for today that I'd like to see added to the game at some point in time, and I think you guys will agree as well.
Now today's video sponsor is of course SkinsMonkey. SkinsMonkey is currently the easiest and also fastest way you can buy, but most importantly trade your CSGO skins. All you have to do is make sure you have your trade link, and on your first trade, if you have a leftover balance, it goes towards your current balance that can be used the next time you end up trading skins. It has 3 ways you can inspect, but most importantly has a very in-depth inspect feature that you can see corners on a Karambit for an example that you can't really see otherwise unless you have the item in-game. If you end up topping up your balance, make sure to use promo code MANDO to get up to a 35% deposit bonus and a free $5 on the first trade.
Now our first skin up here is an MP9, and it seems to be the MP9 and the sawed-off, kind of a meme here. Every time we check out new skins, seem to always have the best skins on those weapons when they should be, well, on a rifle. Now this is the Super Light. It's a collection of different skins, also has it on the op, which we will check out later, but this is none other by Simota. He's made a lot of other things. I'm pretty sure he's friends with OniPixel. OniPixel checks out his skins all of the time. Really talented guy, but this for me is something I checked out on the op a very long time ago, a few months in fact, and there's different versions in the background. There's green, there's blue, this one's salmon apparently on white, and it's just such a good looking skin. Can pretty much go with any sort of sticker craft. Now as it goes for what the background's actually going to be in this skin, what color behind the white you see is going to be a big deciding factor. But the amount of hard work that goes into something like this is what I want to quickly explain. I covered a book almost 6 months ago at this point in time on how CSGO skins are created. And currently we're in the Source 1 engine, and it's very limited to how skins can look. Now what you see here obviously looks like it's 3D, but it's actually not. The cool thing about this, and it seems to be people who most likely will have to put in more effort versus this versus Source 2 where it's not going to be as much, this is all drawing. This is not 3D, but it's drawing. It's not a 3D model. That's why I think keychains and weapon charms, though they are possible, might not be added possibly until Source 2. With that out of the way, I'm going to say yes to this. This is one of my favorite skins, skin collections I've seen the past couple of years, and I think the average Joe, a skin enjoyer, including myself, would just love to see this. Now this next one up here for me is one of my favorites, I gotta say, especially for the AK. This takes away from the op Wildfire. That is one of my favorite ops in the game, especially for a budget. It just looks absolutely amazing. It looks like a Dragon Lore, looks like a bunch of fire, also looks like a Phoenix, and that's what this is. It's the AK-47 Phoenix. The colors look absolutely amazing. I feel like the past few AKs we've gotten in certain cases have not been my favorite. The Legion of Anubis, yes, it looks pretty nice. The Nightwish, it's a 50-50 for some. I've come around to enjoy it a lot more. This is going back to the classics and basics of CSGO skins, where it's just a skin plotted on weapon. It's not like anything we saw from Simota. Go really well with red sticker crafts, maybe even some yellow or possibly white, and something random someone would probably make up. For me, this would be one of my main AKs I use on the T side, replacing a lot of the stuff I have right now. So if you like this skin, go check him and his artwork out. Now next up here is going back to Simota, and this is of course the Super Light, but for the op. This for me is a deal breaker. If this doesn't get added to the next case, I'm gonna be pretty upset because we're gonna have to wait even longer. And yeah, that's right, even longer, because I think it looks so good. So many people have upvoted it and enjoyed it in the community that I think it's bound to get added to a case sometime in the future. This could possibly not replace, but have a new series and lineup of skins, somewhat like the Asimov, the Hyper Beast, and maybe even something like the Prince Stream. Not that we're not going to continue the Prince Stream, but this would just look absolutely amazing. And for me, I would enjoy this a lot more than getting an op Prince Stream, because I know that's been out there as well. As it looks like in game, down below there's a little gif of this guy using it, and it's just so underrated. And the amount of work that has to go into this is just crazy. For that, I'm gonna have to say yes. Now our next skin up here is for the Sawed Off. This is once again going back to what we said at the beginning of the video, where it seems all the good skins are placed on shotguns, or very smaller weapons. I think for a very good note though. This amount of detail can't really be put and resized to an AK form. It just wouldn't really fit and look that great. This is a great example of it fitting very well and nicely on the Sawed Off. It's small, compact, and well, that's what the Steam Deck is. It does a very good job of articulating what the Steam Deck is on a weapon. It just looks really clean. I'm not sure if people would apply stickers to this. And once again, it looks 3D, but it's not. This was by Alpha, so make sure you guys go check him out. Now our next skin up here is from Dante, and while this is a little different than Simota's work with the Super Light, but this is none other than the Project X Volume 2s. It seems to be he remastered this skin, wants it in the game, and this This I think would look absolutely amazing as a Glock. I believe at this point in time, we don't have any full looking white or very basic looking Glocks in the game, at least Glock skins. And the thing I like about basic skins so much is you can throw whatever you want on there, being stickers. The great thing about the Slate, the whiteout, the print stream, even something like the Super Light that would get added, it's so basic. You can put whatever amount of stickers, whatever kind of stickers you want on this gun, and essentially it will look good still. Now, some, yes, are going to look better than others, but this I think would just be really, really nice, you know, as a purple, possibly a pink, but I think it would be on the purple side of things. Now, our next one up here is from Appel, and this is, of course, the AK-47 Containment Breach, the Dark Pass Collection. Now, this is obviously a skin we've seen on the AWP, I believe in the Shattered Web case, something I've picked up recently. It's a really underrated skin, and while this on the AK transfers very well to this, we don't have a lot of green, good-looking AKs in the game at this point in time, and while that would give people everything they'd want. This is also going back to the fact where I said on the Phoenix, the past few years, we haven't received that many good AKs, at least in a case, for an affordable price that look really good. This and the Phoenix, for me, are pretty much tied. Now, our next one up here is also from Alpha. This is the Glock 18 Spirit of Anubis. Now, this is something I've also seen floating around on Twitter the past few days. Since we are pretty much guaranteed to get some sort of Anubis collection very soon, this would be a very good blue in my personal opinion. It's not supposed to go over the top. We do have to have some lower tier skins here. Not to say that it's bad, I just think this would be in the blue to purple category possibly. There's a lot of detail which makes me think that it would be in purple, but it's also basic enough with colors anyway to be a blue. Now, as it goes for sticker crafts, you'd be very limited since it'd probably be very cheap and lower in the food chain in the case, but I still nonetheless think they would fit the theme of Anubis very well as it goes for a collection, of course. Now, our next skin up here is from Appel. They seem to have a lot of options. That's why they're pretty much all being the same names in the video today. This is for the AUG, called the Mutation Dark Pack Collection. I believe if we go back to the AK-47 Containment Breach, this is part of this same collection as well. Same theme of things when it comes to that. This for me looks absolutely amazing. It's one of my favorites. The AUG and all these off weapons that used to be a meta that are now not, don't really seem to get a lot of love nowadays. Now, will this get buffed one day? Possibly. If that did, this would be probably one of the main weapons a lot of people would use. Now, as it goes for a case though, this would be definitely on the pink side of things, if not a red, which would be one of the first in a very long time we'd see as an AUG or one of the off weapons as a red. And I'm not sure if Valve and people would want to waste a spot for the AUG just because it's not a main primary weapon. This for me looks absolutely amazing. Love to see it in game. Definitely go well with some Copenhagen Flames, definitely some Vitality stickers in there, but nonetheless, I'd love to see it. Now, our second to last skin up here is by React and Alt Dust. This is obviously for the anime lovers. We have to throw that in there because I know there's a large amount of you in the CS community now. This is called the AWP Look Me Into My Eyes. We checked out something very similar to this the past few videos I've done, but I want to bring it up once again. I'm not a huge fan of anime, but yet I'd probably still buy this and make some sticker crafts here and there. This for me, very clean, very sleek, go well with a lot of different stickers. The scope looks absolutely amazing that it looks a little different, at least in the default and basic AWP that you have. Nothing too crazy about it. I'm not sure if it would be considered a red, or maybe something like the AWP Phobos, where I believe it is a purple, maybe something a little higher tier category, that being a pink. This is a skin that could range from different rarities, that being a purple, pink, or possibly even a covert red. Not 100% sure. If you guys like this skin, make sure you guys go check it out down below. Now, our last skin I want to check out for today is by Shadow. This is none other than the 5.7 Carbon Core Lime. Now, 5 years ago, this would have been one of the best skins we saw in game, specifically because the 5.7 was very overpowered. Now it's more balanced. I would still love to use this and see this in game. I would use it myself, go very well with some very cool green and black crafts, maybe Optic Gaming, maybe some newer stickers that have been added to the game. It's basic yet looks so nice. That pretty much wraps up today's video on CSGO's next possible skins. Let me know what you guys think down below. Is there one that really stands out to you? And if so, or maybe you liked all of them, go check out the creators, go vote in the workshop so Valve can see that, assuming they're making some sort of case to release pretty soon. Because when Rio is removed, well, they're going to want something to fill that void, especially for passive income. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Stay positive, stay sexy. I'm out, guys. Peace.